Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
If you're a Jamaican living overseas, or you're a Jamaican who have relatives overseas that visits Jamaica, we all need to come together, join forces, and hold the Jamaican government and authorities responsible for the safety and well-being of returning residents and visiting members of the diaspora. Over there in Montego Bay, a 43-year-old gentleman from New York, taxi operator, you know how hard it is for a man run taxi in New York and build a house in Jamaica? Visiting Jamaica, not even 6 hours after his arrival, he was robbed and killed in his own home in Jamaica. Now, returning residents and visiting members of the diaspora are left to defend themselves in a system manipulated by criminals. The government have nothing in place to protect average residents, the vulnerable, the kids, returning residents, visiting diaspora members. Nothing in place to protect them. If you're a Jamaican living overseas right now, your money is good enough for the government, but your life and your well-being means nothing to them. Try applying for a gun license in Jamaica if you live in America. Not care how much house you own. Them put you through hell to protect your own life and safety, your family. And amidst all of that, they do not have the resources in place to protect you. So tell me now, what do you expect members of the diaspora to do? Returning residents to do? So basically, you're forcing people to get to the gangbanging. They must start by gun and have people around them to protect them and defend them because the security forces can't do it. And you're not affording them licensed firearm permits so they can go ahead and be able to protect themselves. Imagine if this gentleman had stopped at the police station or a FLA office on his way home from the airport and pick up his licensed firearm. Don't you think, as an average thinking person now, don't you think this gentleman would have had a fighting chance against these 3 criminals that barged into his home and took his life and took his property? And then the Jamaican authorities have all sorts of nonsense rules and regulations and explanations for the dumb reasons why people overseas are being denied licensed firearms. But yet, everyday criminals get more guns. So you make us vulnerable. Law-abiding citizens of Jamaica, law-abiding Jamaican citizens living in the diaspora overseas are vulnerable, helpless at the hands of heartless criminals because of a system that only works with bribe and corruption. Armed every legal abiding citizens that has Jamaica behind their name. And stop with the foolishness, Mr. FLA, Mr. Minister of Security, Mr. Minister of Tourism. Work on these things. Create a better Jamaica. Stop politicize every aspect of the country. Don't you see that these actions are destructive? The man not even landing on an island 6 hours. His property is gone. Take the property, but you take his man's life too. Because he's helpless.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So my question to you is, do you agree or disagree with what that man had to say? If you agree or you disagree, drop your comment in the comment section below. If you agree, just say I agree. If you disagree, just say I disagree. And the incident that he was talking about, it took place last week, Monday night. Easter Monday, April 10, about 8 o'clock. It took place at Montego in the parish of St. Ann. Reports are that Mr. Gregory McIntosh, he is 33 years old and he was a taxi operator. He lived at Flatland Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. Reports are that Mr. McIntosh, he arrived in Jamaica earlier in the day. He was at a relative's house when 4 hoodlums, armed with guns, they entered the house and they proceeded to rob Gregory of several items. The hoodlums, they then opened gunfire, killing Gregory on the spot. We are told that Gregory, he was found sitting in a bedroom on a bed. So, can you just imagine how Gregory would have begged these little piece of nastiness to spare his life? Boy, may I tell you. Now, next week, Saturday, April 29, former Miss Westmoreland Festival Queen, Daniela Woodbine, presents a backyard cookout. This will be held at her home at Grove Gardens in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. There will be jerk chicken, jerk pork and fish on the menu. The sides will be rice and peas or festival, as also raw veg or pasta. Please place your order by this Friday, April 21. The numbers to call or WhatsApp are 876 862 1036 or 876 309 5556. So, next week, Saturday, April 29. Don't bother to cook. Daniela, she will have Saturday dinner delivered to you, whether you are at work or at home. If you want to pick it up yourself, you can go to Grove Gardens in Savannah Lamar. Just call the numbers and make the arrangements. The numbers once again are 876 862 1036 or 876 309 5556. Now, yesterday, I gave you an update with the killing of Adolphus Holder, also known as Goldball, and Jevannie Garden, also known as BLAZA. I have received a voice note from someone in the know. I'm going to be playing that voice note after the stories. You are not going to want to miss it. Trust me. Now, yesterday, I told you about the killing of 3 security officers at the Guardsman office in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. I had asked for a photo of Brian Morris. Well, if you look on your screen, there is Mr. Brian Morris on your screen. You notice the uniform? Brian, he was a mobile supervisor with the Tourism Security Corps. The Tourism Security Corps was an arm of Guardsman. They were engaged in the tourist areas, Negril, Montego Bay and Ocherias. Now, Brian, he was based in Negril. Like I said yesterday, Brian was a husband. He was in his 8th year of marriage. He was a father. Brian and his wife's last child was 2 months old when Brian was killed. Sad indeed. We are still hoping to get photos of the 2 murderers, Jason and Kevon. But listen to this. During the time that Kevon and Jason were going to court, a big mistake was made. Kevon, he was facing the court on another charge and he was mistakenly released from custody. The police, they started searching for him, and after 2 weeks of Kevon being on the road, he handed in himself to the police. We are also learning that Kevon, he confessed to inmates in police custody that he was the one who killed all 3 security officers. He outlined in gory details how he sliced and diced up all 3 of them. He even went as far as to telling them how one of the 3 security officers was hard for dead, and he went on and told them what he did to ensure that that person was killed. We are learning that at least 2 inmates had given the police statements and they were going to be giving evidence against Kevon. We are also learning that Kevon, he received information that Jason was planning on pleading guilty, then give evidence against him. Kevon, he was planning on killing Jason. Remember now, both of them were in police custody. The police, they had put things in place to ensure that Kevon, he didn't get a chance to carry out this act. So the big question is, and can someone answer this question in the comment section for me? How is it that a young man, a deacon in church from he was very young, how does someone like that become so vicious overnight? Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next incident, this one took place early yesterday morning, Monday, April 17, 2023, about 4 o'clock. It took place at the Fisherman's Beach on Howard Cook Boulevard in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. We are learning that there are some fishermen. They make up some makeshift bed and they sleep on the fisherman's beach. Well, they basically live on the beach. One of those fishermen is Mr. Cornelius Adolphus Augustus Spence, but he was popularly known as Raggy. We are not sure of Raggy's age, but we are told that Raggy, he's a big man. We are learning that early yesterday morning, Raggy, he was fast asleep on his makeshift bed on the beach when a white car drove up. A man who is known, he came out of the car, went over to where Raggy was sleeping, pulled a knife and deal with Raggy. Wicked. We are told that Raggy, he was stabbed several times in his face, his neck and his chest. The hoodlum, he then ran off, jumped into the white motor car and he drove away, making good his escape. The police were called and Raggy, he was seen with his head hanging off a makeshift bed. From all indication, Raggy was DEAD. So, like I said, the hoodlum who killed Raggy, he is known. I won't say much about that right now, but stand by. There is much more to come. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. And if you notice, we are now over 172,000 subscribers. Our aim is to get to 200,000 subscribers by August because we are planning on giving away at least 20 parents, at least 10,000 Jamaican dollars to assist with back to school. So tell a friend to run, come over here, so come subscribe. Alright? Now, we are getting reports that a white female tourist, she was found floating at sea in the vicinity of one of the Rio hotels in Negril. We are told that she was found early this morning, about 1 o'clock or thereabouts. We are told that there were efforts to revive her, but she died. I'm doing some digging and I will be updating this story in a subsequent video. Stand by for that. In the final story for today, that man on your screen, his name is Mr. Michael Smith. He was popularly known as Rasta Mike or Blacka Dread. In a few months' time, on July 8th, Blacka Dread, he would be celebrating his 51st birthday. Blacka Dread is from Roaring River in the parish of Westmoreland. Blacka Dread, he used to carry tourists around on his motorcycle. He ended up getting married to one of these tourists. She's from Spain. We are told that both she and Blacka Dread, they have at least one child together. Now, over time, Blacka Dread, he stepped up his game and he purchased a motor vehicle. He became a JUTA tour bus operator and he used to park in front of a hotel in Negril. Blacka Dread, he also purchased a house at a section at Amity known as Super Corner. That area was given that name because of the long corner and a lot of accidents took place around that corner. We are also learning that Blacka Dread had 3 brothers who were killed violently in the past, either stabbed or shot to death. Blacka Dread, he was last seen alive by a family member at his home about 12 midday on Sunday, April 16. Last night, Monday, April 17, about 7 o'clock, Blacka Dread, he was found by residents lying on his back under a mango tree at the back of his yard. We are told that parts of Blacka Dread's body was being eaten by dogs. Blacka Dread, he was dressed in a grey t-shirt and a black underwear. The police, they were called, and when they inspected Blacka Dread's body, he had a single gunshot wound to his head. We are told that from all indication, Blacka Dread, he was killed from Sunday night. The hoodlum also turned out Blacka Dread's pants pockets that was in the house. The hoodlum also stole Blacka Dread's iPhone 8, cellular phone. But the question is, was robbery really the motive, or was it something else? We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, one 9mm Spence shell was recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. So, as promised, listen to this voice note of someone talking about the killing of Goldball and BLAZA. We haven't verified some of what was being said, so I'm going to have to bleep out some of the names that were called. Listen to this.
Morning, Popeye. You don't know, said the little shooting, kind of little thing that day. Double murder, I go on a kid Harris party, me night at Dumfries. You don't know, say, a man and the youth and the guy and man son it a come from a them pay. The man them for do it. Cause all day Saturday, man them a call. Him and Brian and his son they call people say they want to pay them for deal that thing for them. Yeah, I remember saying, you know, when the man them run in and show a man, you know, a show a man chop one of them. You know, I know, say, a show a man's son girl and the man them yard run a pin go shoot after the man them. And show a man's son start it. And now through the man them retaliate upon them. Show a man them pay. The three of them show a man and his son and fire pay for go shoot at the place. So come that you the name BLAZA gets 3 bullet. And a gold ball them trouble them show a man's son started. Show a man's son girl and they go shoot off of the man around them yard. So now show a man and him son. And fry everybody on the lane around the know. Everybody up on the hill where a man live now. Right now the people them afraid to come out. Cause them a say gunman now come up there. Right now the people them want to show a man to left up there. But the people them afraid. Cause them know say a man a gunman up there too. Show a man and him son a gunman. Show a man's son. I told like a 13-year-old, 13 or 14-year-old in breed up there. And everybody know. The them parents know, but them never report it to the police. Because I be a threat them get. Yeah man, right now. Show a man and him son I them a plan to kill more people at Dumfries. Because what them want around the place, them say Dumfries need a done. And I feel them intention that, so the people them know. Adolphus police them need to get up, them too lazy. They need to investigate, them need to go up on the hill and go talk to the people them. People them say who do the shooting. It's a youth from Norwood and the next youth from Dustry. Do the shooting. Because Goldball and one of the youth in their jail and Goldball slam him head in a wall. So that's why I'm taking quick. If you take the work to kill Goldball. Everybody know. So show a man and his son. Fry true, I remember him real name. Show a man's son, I don't really know him name still. I don't remember him name and I really know I don't remember him name. But him go out there top and give a shoot after the youth. So the youth them retaliate, the youth them not trouble people. The youth them go on them things, but them never fool trouble nobody run past for himself on that side there, on our side. I show a man's son go mess with the youth them. And see now them pay for kill the youth. A man gets 3 bullet and dead, a girl gets shot. For what? Watch a man's son start. Cause what them claim to say they want to run the place. Dumfries never used to stay so. A man who come from Dumfries. Between Yorkland, Summerton, a man come from. And come let him foolishness. Cause what? Them say Dumfries too open. They want to run the place. Dumfries where I come from. Dumfries and all of the man of Dumfries did link. But I decide say want to be done. A man want to be done. A man's son want part of it. Them claim to say they want to run the place. Everybody up on the street know. Everybody up on the hill know. Adolphus police and need to get up and go do them investigation. Cause them do them investigation, they might threaten more people to kill them. And they're not afraid to do it. Cause them can't get outside people to do it. Cause then they make them money. So they claim to say they want to run the place. Adolphus police and forget up them too lazy. Go down the investigation, go up on the hill and talk to the people them. Talk to the people them on the lane of Dumfries. Everybody know it a leak out now, so that's why them start threatening so them don't kill off more people. And them know about it, and them pay for do it. And them make the phone call them. They try to get people to come to the killing. Enough man, when them call them, they say them not do it because Dumfries come like them, yeah, them can't shoot up Dumfries, them can't go on with them foolishness. But that the youth, they will take the work to do it. A 3 years when I said earlier, 3 months gold ball, they be a jail. And we get to understand, say gold ball slam me head in the wall along them, so that's why him quick to take the work. Adolphus police, them need to wake up and do them work. Them too lazy, and them do it, them know about it. I ain't such a leak out now, so them know about it, them pay man for do it. That's why them start check more people, some more people are got dead.
Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder.